Sometimes the most powerful messages are not the loudest ones. Sometimes it is not a huge announcement, not a grand ceremony, not a carefully planned public appearance. Sometimes it is just a few simple words from someone who knows you best. And that is exactly what happened when Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, shared a beautiful Father's Day tribute celebrating Prince Harry. A simple message, a heartfelt photo, and a reminder of something so many people connect with: the love between a parent and their children. Meghan shared a special moment of Harry surrounded by their children, capturing a side of him that many people rarely get to see publicly. Not the prince, not the title, not the headlines, just Harry. A father, a husband, a person who is clearly loved by the people closest to him. And the message Meghan wrote alongside the photo immediately caught people's attention. She wrote, "They're so lucky to have you. We all are. Happy Father's Day to our one and only." And honestly, there is something incredibly touching about those words. Because in a world where everything can become complicated, sometimes a few sentences can say everything. Meghan was not trying to make a huge statement. She was simply celebrating the man she sees every day, the father her children know, the person who shows up, the person who is there for the little moments that never make the headlines. And that is what made this post feel so special. Because Father's Day is not really about public image, it's about appreciation. It's about recognizing the people who provide love, guidance, patience, and support. And Meghan's message did exactly that. It showed gratitude. It showed affection. It showed a family celebrating someone important to them. And there was another little detail in Meghan's Father's Day post that people noticed. Prince Archie appeared to be wearing an England football-inspired shirt, and considering Harry and Meghan's children have English heritage through their father, that little touch felt like a sweet connection to where their story began. It was a simple family detail, but sometimes those are the moments that say the most. Because this was not about a public appearance or a carefully planned event. It was a glimpse of a child enjoying something connected to their family background while their dad was being celebrated. A little football shirt, a Father's Day message, a family memory. And that is what made the moment feel so warm. Prince Harry was born and raised in England, and football is such a huge part of British culture. Seeing that small England-inspired detail in a family photo added a familiar, everyday feeling. It showed that even with all the attention around them, there are still normal family moments happening. Prince Harry has spoken many times about how much fatherhood changed his life. Becoming a father brought a new chapter for him, a chapter built around family, responsibility, and creating memories. And this photo really reflects that. There's a warmth in the moment, a natural happiness, the kind of moment that does not look staged. It looks like a regular family memory captured at just the right time. And that's something many people relate to. Because behind every public figure, behind every famous name, there is still a human being. Someone who enjoys the same simple things: a hug from a child, a laugh, a quiet family moment, a celebration from the person you love. And Meghan's tribute highlighted exactly that. It gave people a glimpse into the personal side of Harry, the side that belongs to his family, the side that is not about public expectations, it's about being a dad. And many people responded warmly because the message felt genuine. There was no complicated wording, no attempt to create a spectacle, just appreciation. A wife celebrating her husband, a mother celebrating the father of her children, a family moment shared with the world. And there is something beautiful about seeing someone being recognized for the role that matters most to them. For Harry, that role is clearly fatherhood. Over the years, Harry has spoken about wanting to create a different kind of life for his children, a life where they can experience love, safety, and the freedom to simply be children. And moments like this really reflect that. There's a warmth in the moment, a natural happiness, the kind of moment that does not look staged. It looks like a regular family memory captured at just the right time. And that is something many people relate to. Because behind every public figure, behind every famous name, there is still a human being, someone who enjoys the same simple things: a hug from a child, a laugh, a quiet family moment, a celebration from the person you love. And Meghan's tribute highlighted exactly that. It gave people a glimpse into the personal side of Harry, the side that belongs to his family, the side that is not about public expectations. It's about being a dad. And many people responded warmly because the message felt genuine. There was no complicated wording, no attempt to create a spectacle, just appreciation. A wife celebrating her husband, a mother celebrating the father of her children. A family moment shared with the world. And there is something beautiful about seeing someone being recognized for the role that matters most to them. For Harry, that role is clearly fatherhood. The photo Meghan shared gave people a small window into that. It showed a father surrounded by love. And sometimes those simple images speak louder than any long interview ever could. Because children do not care about titles. They do not care about headlines. They care about who makes them laugh, who comforts them, who plays with them, who is there. And that is the feeling that came through from Meghan's Father's Day message. A celebration of presence, a celebration of love, a celebration of Harry. The internet can be a very strange place sometimes. Humanity invented the wheel, explored space, created incredible technology, and somehow still manages to argue over a father receiving a sweet message from his wife. Truly a fascinating species. But beyond all the noise, the heart of the moment remains simple: a family celebrating a father. And that is what makes this tribute stand out. Because Prince Harry has always spoken about wanting to be a hands-on dad, someone who is involved, someone who creates memories, someone who gives his children the kind of childhood moments that stay with them forever. And Meghan's words reflected that. They're so lucky to have you. That sentence says so much. It is a public thank you, but it also feels deeply personal. It suggests appreciation for the everyday things, the little moments people outside the family never see, the bedtime stories, the laughter, the patience, the effort, the love. Those are the things that make someone a great parent. Not a title, not a public image, not a position. It is the relationship built day after day, and this tribute celebrated that relationship. And maybe that is why this particular Father's Day message resonated with so many people. Because at its core, it was not about celebrity. It was not about a public figure trying to create a moment. It was about one person saying to another, "I see you. I appreciate you. Our children are lucky to have you." Those words carry a lot of meaning, especially when they come from someone who shares life with you behind closed doors. Meghan's message was short, but it painted a picture of a father who is loved, a picture of a family that values the everyday moments, a picture of Harry in a role that he has embraced deeply. Fatherhood has been one of the biggest transformations in Harry's life. For years, people knew him through different chapters. They knew him as a young prince. They knew him as someone who served in the military. They knew him through charity work and public appearances. But becoming a father introduced another side, a quieter side, a more personal side, a side focused on creating a home, creating memories, and being present. And that is what makes Meghan's tribute feel so meaningful. It was not celebrating a public achievement. It was celebrating the person behind everything: the father, the partner, the man his children know. There is something incredibly universal about that. Millions of people around the world understand the importance of a parent who shows up, a parent who listens, a parent who plays, a parent who makes their children feel safe and loved. That is the kind of message Meghan's post highlighted. And it is a reminder that some of the most important moments in life happen away from cameras. They happen in living rooms. They happen during ordinary days. They happen when a child runs towards you with a hug. Those are the moments that become memories. And the photo shared by Meghan captured that feeling. It was not a formal portrait. It was not a carefully arranged public image. It was a family moment, a father surrounded by the people who matter most. And honestly, there is something refreshing about seeing that side of someone who is usually surrounded by so much public attention. Because the world often focuses on the outside, the appearances, the headlines, the discussions. But family moments remind people that there is a whole human story underneath. And Harry's story as a father is one that many people have watched with interest. He has openly spoken about wanting his children to have happiness, freedom, and a strong connection with their family. That desire has been an important part of how he talks about his future. He is often described wanting to break cycles and create positive experiences for the next generation. And a moment like Meghan's Father's Day tribute fits into that picture. It shows appreciation for the work that happens quietly, the work no one applauds, the work that does not come with an award or a ceremony. Parenting is full of those invisible moments, the patience, the responsibility, the endless little tasks, the emotional support, the daily effort. And Meghan's words recognize that. They're so lucky to have you. A sentence that could easily apply to so many parents who dedicate themselves to their children. Because being a good parent is not about perfection. It is about love. It is about effort. It is about showing up again and again. And that is what made the tribute feel warm. It was not a complicated message. It didn't need to be. Sometimes the simplest words carry the biggest emotions. And social media, for all its chaos, occasionally gives people a chance to share genuine moments. A place where someone can say thank you. A place where someone can celebrate a person they love. And Meghan used that moment to celebrate Harry, not as a title, not as a headline, but as a father. And there's a reason people connected with it. Because behind every family, regardless of who they are, there are similar moments. A child laughing, a parent smiling, a memory being made. That's the universal part. That's what people saw. A father being loved by his family. And perhaps one of the most beautiful parts of this tribute is the joy. The photo itself shows warmth. It shows closeness. It shows a playful family energy. And those are the moments parents usually treasure the most. Not the big public events, not the perfect photographs, the random moments, the unexpected hugs, the laughter, the memories that only make sense to the people who are there. Those are the moments that become priceless. And Meghan's message gave the world a small glimpse into one of those moments, a simple Father's Day celebration. But sometimes, simple is powerful. Sometimes the quiet messages are the ones that stay with people because they feel real, they feel human. And on this Father's Day, the message was clear. Prince Harry is loved, he is appreciated, and to his family, he is the person who matters most. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy Father's Day to wonderful fathers at Trendline TV community. I love you all, and happy Sunday. Smiley here, and take care.